Hi percussionists, this is Mr. Pickett for your first lesson of the year for Symphonic Band and Percussion. Due to the nature of your exercises being real intricate and a lot of different things being taught, you have a separate lesson from the brasses and the woodwinds, just like we did back in the spring. So we will post 2 lessons each week. One will be brass and woodwinds, and then of course yours. When you go click on Canvas or wherever you go to click the lesson, Google Classroom, Canvas, by the time you see this, we should be up and running with Canvas. Please make sure you click on the link that says Book 3, Page 2, Percussion, or Book 3, whichever page. Make sure it says Percussion. Okay, and I want you to you do this lesson, not the brass and woodwinds. All right, if you all could please get out your practice pads, your drumsticks, and your book. We're going to look at page 2. So we'll take a brief break, let you get set up, and then move on with the lesson. So book 3, page 2. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at page 2, number 1, scale and arpeggio. Okay, pretty easy opening exercise. You've got the Z stroke rolls there, which mean closed rolls. Actually, I don't mind if you practice them open or closed or both. Okay, but for these purposes, I will play them open, even though the Z stroke rolls denote play them closed. Okay, now in every case, I will play the exercise by myself, and then the second time you play along with me. Okay, here's exercise number 1 by myself. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, listen, and now. And the last one, of course, is held out longer because it's fermata. Okay, now you play along with me. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go, in. Okay, that's exercise number 1, scale and arpeggio. Exercise number 2, exercise in thirds. It's a flam tap exercise. Now, of course, we always say get the rhythm first and then the sticking. Okay, but you will notice here again you've got a preponderance of flam taps. In measure 3 and 4, you've got an accent on the 2nd 8th note. Flam tap, flam. Sorry, flam, tap, 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 flam, tap, flam, flam, tap, flam, tap, tap, flam, tap, flam. Okay? That's measures 3 and 4. Here we go. Listen first. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, and you can hear I accented those 8th notes in measures 3 and 4. Okay? Play along with me. Here we go. Ready? Number 2, exercise in thirds. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay? Should not be too terribly hard for you students. Okay, take a quick break and we'll get to the other 2 exercises on this page 2 here. So quick break, and let me move the camera and we'll be right back. Okay, number 3, arpeggio study. Now this is a diddle exercise. It has paradiddles and triple paradiddles, okay? Now in this exercise like this, you really do need to get the sticking eventually, okay? You can see in the first 2 measures, the traditional paradiddle pattern, and then in measure 3, you've got the triple paradiddle pattern. Okay, here we go. Listen first. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay? Get those accents. All right, you can see where they are. Okay, if I can get them, so can you. Here we go, number 3. All together now. Ready, 1, 2, ready, and go, in. Okay, good practice for your diddle routines. Number 4, 2-part etude. Okay, now in this one we have what are called flammadiddles. Okay, you can see it, first 2 measures of 1/8 notes. Now in the second line we get into 16th notes, so be careful and don't start too fast. Because if you start those 1/8 notes in the first line too fast, the second line is going to jump up and bite you on the ankle. Okay? Also, in the second line on those 16th notes, you'll notice the accent placement is weird. Okay? That's the third measure. That will take a little practice. Here we go. Listen first. 1, 2. Listen and now in. Okay, all right. Number 4, all together now. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. In. All right, quick break and we'll switch to the last exercise, which is on page 2B. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, the 5th exercise is the chromatic scale. This is the last exercise that we will do. We will not do 6, and we will not do 7. This is the last one. And these are just straight flams, okay? All right, here we go. Listen, please. 1, 2, ready, and now. Now again, at the end of each line, you get the Z stroke roll, which is a closed roll. If you hear me doing open rolls, it's because you kids are better than me, and you probably do closed rolls better than I do, okay? So please close your rolls up there. I know I said in the first exercise you can practice both open and closed, but here let's finish with closed rolls, okay? All right, number 5. 1, 2, ready, and now. And that's number 5, chromatic scale. Well, that's it. We will not do 6 and 7. We're done. So, after a brief break, we will come back and bring a close to this lesson, so stay tuned. Okay, that's page 2. Good way to get the year started, not too hard, get you back into the rudiment swing of things. Some rolls there, paradiddle rudiments, flams, flam taps, and not a hard page. Again, to those of you who were in Symphonic last year, again, as I just mentioned a few seconds ago, we will do 1 page a year under these circumstances. So if that's the case, then it might take us the whole year to knock off book 3 instead of half the year. Okay? Now, in due time, we will pass out music for other purposes. It will probably be marching band music, and whether or not we actually do any parades this fall, we don't know. They're on until you're told otherwise, but make sure that whatever music we put on canvas for you kids, be ready. I can tell you right now it will be, at the very least, Anchors Away and Angels, the 2 marching band tunes you had last year. 8th graders, of course, you already know it. I don't at this time know how we're going to staff the drum line, if we do that at all, so could you at least please, for now, learn the snare drum part, or for some of you, relearn it. and we'll go from there. When I find out how we can staff the rest of the drum line, like for example, who's going to play tri-tom, we'll have to figure that out on another day. Let's see how many percussionists we have in concert band. Let's make sure we have a percussion instrument for everybody if we're going to form a drum line, however we do it. But at the very least for right now, practice page 2 in your book, in book 3, and when we upload music for the parades, the Anchors Away and Angels, please download your copy of the snare drum part, learn it, and we'll worry about the other instruments later. Have a great year. Please practice as much as you can. Keep up your chops and get back into the swing of things with those beautiful open rolls that you guys do, and have a great year. And we'll see you next week for page 3. This is Mr. Pickett. So long for now.